Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farah Aini binti Ismail. My matric number is 90 BB03 Okay, today I'm going to present the meaning and types of research design. First, I will tell about the meaning of research design. Research design is the framework of research methods and technique chosen by the researcher. This design allows researcher to use research methods appropriate to the subject and complete their study to be successful. Okay, kat sini maksud research design adalah penyelidikan. Research design merupakan kerangka kaedah dan juga teknik penyelidikan yang dipilih oleh pengkaji. Reka bentuk juga research design ini juga membolehkan penyelidik menggunakan kaedah penyelidikan yang bersesuaian dengan subjek dan menyelesaikan kajian mereka untuk berjaya. Okay, we move to the next slide, which is about types of research design. There are 4 types of research design. The first one is exploratory research. Okay, this types is defined as research used by investigators to investigate problems that are not clearly defined. Okay, it is done to understand the problem more truthfully but will not give a definite result. The most important aspect here is that the researcher should be willing to change his or her direction based on new data, statement or insight. Okay, the second type of research design is descriptive research. Okay, this types is a theory-based design, in which the researcher is primarily interested in describing the topic that is the subject of the research. Mostly it is used for case study, naturalistic observation, surveys and so on. Okay, next type of research design is explanatory research. Okay, explanatory research is a method undertaken to investigate in a timely manner a phenomenon that has never been studied before or has not been well explained before. The purpose of this research is to provide details where a small amount of information is available. The goal to find the reason and what is the object of study. Okay, the last one of types of research design, which is evaluation research. Okay, evaluation research is known as program evaluation, referring to the purpose of the research rather than a specific method. This evaluation research is a systematic evaluation of the value or worth of time, money, effect, and resources expended to achieve a goal. It uses many of the same methods used in traditional social research, but it occurs is an organizational context. It requires team skills, interpersonal skills, management skill, political intelligence, and other skills not required by social research. Okay, we move to the next slide, which is advantage and disadvantage of descriptive research. Okay, the first one is researcher can conduct descriptive research using specific methods, such as observation method, case study method, and survey method. Between these 3 methods, all major data collection are protected, which provide a lot of information. The data collected from this descriptive research help in important decision making as the data is obtained from a large population. Okay, the second one is a variety of data. Okay, a variety of data can be obtained using different descriptive research methods such as survey, observation, and pod study. Okay, one of the advantages of descriptive research over other research method is that it is cheap and fast to conduct. Descriptive research Researchers don't need a nice place specifically to do research alone. Descriptive research such as observational research can be conducted in a natural setting, and you can distribute surveys to people online or get them answered by random people at your place of business or other public places. Okay, the last one of advantage of uh, descriptive research is natural environment. Descriptive studies can be conducted in a natural environment. Uh, this uh, this research allows research to be conducted in the natural environment of the respondent, which ensure high quality and honest data is collected. Researchers do not need to have a designated space to conduct research using descriptive research method.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatin Dayana binti Mohammed Nordin. My metric number is 19BB03 Hi, so the next one is about primary and secondary data. So what is primary data? Okay, primary data is an original and unique data, okay, which is directly collected by the researcher from a source. Okay, this data is original. Okay, data is originated by the researcher for the first time. Okay, so primary data is a real-time data. So what are the example of primary data? Okay, example of primary data are questionnaire, surveys, observation, interviews, and also case studies. Okay, for example, me myself work in a research company. Okay, so in order we want to receive a feedback, okay, maybe we want to renew the packaging, okay, renew the product, renew our product. So in order to get a feedback, okay, get a feedback from the respondent, we make a questionnaire. So from the questionnaire, the respondent will directly give their opinion, give their feedback of the product. So the feedback, okay, the feedback of the respondent that we receive is a primary data because it is directly from the respondent. Okay, second is secondary data. Okay, secondary data is a data that has been collected in the past, okay, by someone else but made available for others to use. Okay, so this data already existing data, okay, collected by the investigator, by the organization, or by the agencies. Okay, of course, the secondary data is related. It's a data that related in the past. So what are the examples of secondary data? Okay, examples of secondary data are like government publication, website, journal articles, or even records. Okay, these are the example of the secondary data.
Hi, my name is Nur Shada Abdullah, matrix number 19BB03 So I'm going to talk about the types of data. So in short, in a collections of measurements or observations divided into two different types, which are qualitative and quantitative data. So quantitative data is defined as the value of data in the form of counts or numbers, where each data set has any unique numerical value associated with it. This data is any quantifiable information that can be used for mathematical calculation and statistical analysis. Quantity or numerical data can be broken down into two types, which are discrete and continuous. So what is really discrete? Discrete data is quantitative data that can only take on certain numerical values. These values are fixed and cannot be broken down. When you count something, you get discrete data. Okay. Continuous data. For continuous data is usually represented using a line graph. So in a continuous data can be further classified depending on whether it's interval data or ratio data. So for the interval data can be measured along a continuum where there is an equal distance between each point on the scale. For example, the difference between 30 and 31 degrees is equal to the difference between 99 and 100 degrees. Another thing to bear in mind is that interval data has no true or meaningful zero value. Okay, for a ratio data is the same as interval data in terms of equally spaced point on a scale, but unlike interval data, ratio data does have a true zero. Okay. So for the qualitative data, is a type of data that describe information. It is investigate and also often open-ended, allowing respondents to fully express themselves, also known as categorical data. This data type isn't necessarily measure using number, but rather categorized based on properties, attributes, labels, and other identifiers. Okay, in qualitative data can be divided into two types, which are nominal and ordinal data. So for the nominal data, also called name or label data or nominal scale, is any type of data you can use to label something without giving it a numerical value. You collect nominal data. For example, if you categorize a group of variables by color, statisticians might use nominal data to determine statistically significant differences between sets of qualitative data. Okay. So for the ordinal data is qualitative data categorized in a certain order or on a scale. Where researchers use ordinal data, the order for the qualitative information matters more than difference between each category. For example, survey response on a scale from satisfied to impartial to unsatisfied are ordinal. Statisticians might use ordinal data when creating charts, while researchers might use it to classify variables or subject by group such as child, teenager, adult, and senior. So that's all from us. Thank you very much.